Welcome back to the FlipNerd.com REI Classroom, where experts from across the real estate investing industry teach you quick lessons to take your business to the next level. And now, let's meet today's expert host.
Hi, I'm Holly McKhann with HouseFlipMasters.com. I'm your REI Classroom host of the day. And today, I'm really excited to share with you.
This REI Classroom real estate lesson is sponsored by VirtualStaffNow.com.
The part of the sales process when you're selling at a retail value your fixed up house, what your realtor should do for you. Or if you're not using a realtor, what you need to do for yourself if you're doing it for sale by owner. So first of all, and this is hugely important, you must get professional photos. Forget taking your phone out and thinking, oh, I can do it myself. I have an HD camera or I'll put a little lens on it. Forget it. There's nobody as good as a professional photographer. Now, if you happen to be a professional photographer, I'm not speaking to you, but I pay about $150 for a house 1,500 square feet or less, and maybe another $50 for every 500 square feet beyond that, and it is so worth it. Let me tell you why it's worth it. I heard a statistic recently that 92% of buyers are looking online at homes before they ever go look at a home in person. If you have crummy photos, they are not going to give you the time of day. They are not even going to show up and hope that it looks better. In fact, I've had several calls in the last year or two where people will call me and say, are those pictures accurate? Does that house look as good as the photos? Because my photos are so good. And of course I say, yes, of course. And my houses do look great. Just as a side note, I have fixed and flipped with my husband over 200 homes in Southern California. And that is us fixing them, retailing them out. And I do stage my homes typically if they're $500,000 or over. So staging is a whole nother conversation, but I will say pro photos and great copy for your MLS listing are really important. And that's what your realtor should do for you as part of being a good realtor. I can say that because I'm a licensed agent myself too. You need to have a sign in front of your property. I get calls off the signs on my properties with a flyer box and keep the flyer box restocked. I get calls every week from prospective buyers that are just in the neighborhood or they're driving around and they find my flyers and they call me off the flyer to ask questions about the home. So make sure it's restocked. If you don't live in the area, get your realtor to go by and restock it and check it every couple of days. Get the house on the broker caravan, or sometimes they call it broker preview. These usually happen once a week in most areas, and this is really important. I was reminded of this just yesterday when I was talking to an agent in Palm Springs, where I currently have a very cool mid-century modern sleek condo available for sale. And he has a non-fixed up condo in the same complex, but he's saying, Holly, you got to get it on the broker preview because so many of our agents are so old school, AKA old, they just won't take the initiative to go out and preview homes on their own. And he told me a couple of agents in particular that he thought would have buyers for my property. So I immediately called and got my properties on the broker caravan for those agents that are, do I dare say, lazy, that don't want to go to the effort of making appointments to come see the properties. They need it nice and easy, planned out for them, and then that way they'll see them and know that your property is available. It's ideal if you can get your property its own website. They're pretty inexpensive. Your realtor probably has access to do that. But I think it's fantastic when you have 123 Main Street is now for sale.com, and it's on the sign, it's on the flyer, and people can easily go to the website, see the pictures of your home, read the description about it, and it's a fantastic resource available for you. Virtual tour is something also that your realtor should do for you. It's really easy with software these days, but that will auto-populate through to Zillow, Truly, or Redfin with your photos. Your virtual tour will also, and your description. So make sure you have a good description. Now, when I say a good description, that does not mean, oh, my house has a living room and a dining room and a hallway. How boring is that? You definitely want to include specific unique features and details to your home. For instance, that condo I was just speaking about, we were able to switch out some sliding glass doors to a big giant triple track door that opens up almost all the way across the entire living room onto this big balcony. So we have indoor, outdoor living. It feels like one big room. So I'm talking about that in my description. When we switch out what we would call textured drywall or orange peel drywall that was popular in the 80s and 90s, and we go to what's called a smooth finish that's really desirable in our markets. We promote that. It costs us money and it's effort, and we talk about that in our description. So we'll say smooth finish drywall, new designer carpet. So try and get some good adjectives in your description and things that distinguish your property from the other ones in the neighborhood that are similar. And the last thing I want to mention is how important your price is. I was just seeing an infographic today. It was really cool. It said if you're priced above market, you will get only 10% of the prospective buyers seeing your property. They just don't even want to pay attention if you're priced over market. However, if you're 10% below market, for instance, if your price point is $400,000 and you're pricing it at $360,000, which is 10% below market, that may sound like really scary and painful. And maybe it is too low. Maybe in your market, you don't need to go that low. I'm thinking in my market, I would probably only need to go $380,000 to get attention. But then you're going to get 75% or more of your prospective buyers to your listing. And the name of the game is turning the money and selling it fast. So don't necessarily start really high and then keep dropping it, because the more you have to drop it, the longer it takes. People think there's something wrong with your property and they are afraid to make offers. So price it right from the beginning. And I'll talk to you next time.
VirtualStaffNow.com is the leading virtual assistant provider for real estate investors. As busy real estate investors, there's nothing more valuable than our time. And VirtualStaffNow.com not only helps you find the right real estate virtual assistant for your business, they train them on an ongoing basis, manage them daily to make sure they're staying productive and effective. And in the event they're not the right fit or need to be replaced, they handle that for you too. Whether you need 1 or 100 virtual assistants for your team, start the process right now at VirtualStaffNow.com. Please note, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in this program do not necessarily reflect those of FlipNerd.com or any of its partners, advertisers, or affiliates. Please consult professionals before making any investment or tax decisions, as real estate investing can be risky. Are you a member yet of FlipNerd.com, the hottest real estate investing social community online? If not, you can join for free in less than 30 seconds and get access to hundreds of off-market deals, vendors in your market to help you in your business. And you can start networking with thousands of other investors just like you. Get your free account now at FlipNerd.com. Please check out the FlipNerd family of real estate investing shows, where you can access hundreds of expert interviews, quick tips, and lessons from leaders across the real estate investing industry. They're available at FlipNerd.com/shows, or simply search for FlipNerd in the iTunes Store.